United Motorsports moment of the week. I'm excited to talk about this. Let's shift gears to the 250. This is going to be good, RV. United Motorsports moment of the week. Head over to unitedmotorsports.com. Remember, go to unitedmotorsports.com /title24. Enter your email. You get a $15 credit towards your first purchase. And in each week, you'll be automatically entered into their weekly drawing for a $50 credit towards your next order. So check them out. I believe they're popping up at some of the amateur races. They have an on-track or they have an on-site rig where you can get parts and pieces and accessories for your motorcycles. So check them out. If you're at some of the local races and up on the East Coast, the Midwest, only a couple of the races. But anyhow, the United Motorsports got to be moment of the week. Got to be Chance Hymas, dude. That was a hell of a performance. You know, I think about last year, right? He did really well there. And so maybe having a little confidence. And I thought that the Honda's 250s looked good. They were up front on the starts as well. But is this surprising? No, I think Chance is a great rider. And especially if you consider how well he did last year, but hell of a performance for a second career win.
Yeah, it was. He's the guys. Chances had the speed, right? Supercross, we've seen it. Pro Motocross, we've seen it. You know, he's dealt with some injuries, the knee injuries and things like that, and been a little bit hot and cold. But when he shows up, he's hot, right? And I think knocking down a 1-1 performance there at Colorado is huge for his confidence. Now, what can he? My biggest question is if he can string together. What I want to see is him to string together 2 or 3 of those performances. I mean, maybe not. They don't need to be 1-1 performances, but putting himself in a position where he's up front,
running up front, challenging for the lead every weekend.
Yep. And it seems like Honda's, I don't want to say they found power, but like, dude, the bike seems like it's riding well. We know Colorado is a tough track on the machines, down on power because it is at altitude. But he got 2 great starts on the day at Colorado. And the speed was there. Like nobody could touch him at Colorado. So that was really good to see, especially coming off of last weekend at Hangtown. Riding well, riding fast, but then the heat, he was sick, and didn't have the weekend he wanted. He was able to rebound. That's what my concern was for a lot of these guys was, did they exert so much at Hangtown with that heat that then they were coming to a weekend at Colorado that was going to be at altitude. I think they got a lucky break with the temperature itself. Not being super high because you raced there, Ricky. I've raced there. Like the altitude kills you when you're up there, and coming off Hangtown being so hot and then going straight into an altitude race was tough. But he was able to rebound very, very well. And dude, 1-1 performance. Like you couldn't ask for a better third round.
Hey, our guy, our producer coming in with questions again. See, he's a true fan. Asks, does this have the same feeling as when Hayden went 1-1 at Washougal in 2023? If you remember that incredible ride that Hayden did there, and that I feel like that's where, in steps, sometimes in your professional career, you have these moments where you take it from here to here, and then like you have these moments of where you really progress to the next level. And in 2023 at Washougal, I feel like that was one of Hayden's moments because he was a different rider from that point on. For me, and if he backs it up the next weekends, like you've already said, basically you've kind of alluded to that, then I do feel like it was one of those, it might have been one of those performances. But I just need to see if he's able to do it the next 3 weeks. It's kind of looks like it, but I need for him to back it up. Same for like when Hayden did it back in 2023, he was able to do that. Like he's been a completely different guy. I hope, like for Chance, I hope that'd be if it is right. But I just need to see him kind of back it up. Is that, do you feel the same?
I 100% agree. Like Chance has always had the speed. His riding, his technique, his style, is all of that is great. But like he's hot and cold. And I know he's dealt with, like I said earlier in his career with the knee injury and things like that. And now I feel like he's kind of found his footing. And if he can go out in the next 2 or 3 rounds, and like I said, it doesn't have to be 1-1 performances, but it needs to be racing for those wins, putting himself in a great spot, racing with Hayden, racing with those guys. But Colorado itself, he didn't race anybody. He raced himself, and he raced that track, and he was up front. Just dude, it looked easy, which was cool to see.
Hi folks, Lee Diffie from NBC Sports here. If you truly enjoyed what you just watched, you can get more news, interviews, and highlights by subscribing to the Motorsports on NBC YouTube page. You can get it all, so go for it.